fall,
family,
Lego Day!
Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm sharing my family's Lego Day fun with you. What is Fall Family Lego Day? Well, my family's created this new tradition where we get Legos together to kick off each new season. We've only done this the past 3, I think, spring, summer, and now fall. But we've really enjoyed it and we hope to keep it going. We each get to go to the store and pick out a set within reason, and then we spend the time together constructing our individual sets. And here today, I've picked out a Toy Story set, and my son has picked out Minecraft, and my husband a Porg from Star Wars. I like to get sets I know my son will also enjoy playing with, so when it's completed, he can just have my set as well. Although, when the Friends Central Perk set becomes available near me, I may have to get that for myself for some fun. Maybe for the winter family Lego Day. My son got a Minecraft set, not like he really has much knowledge of Minecraft yet, but he's been influenced by it from other friends, and he's in a homeschool Lego club where a lot of the children, I think, are into Minecraft, and so he's got interested in it because of that. He even wore this shirt just for the occasion, which I thought was cute. My husband often gets space-related sets, like this one seen here, the Porg from Star Wars. He also gets just space-related, like Saturn V or the Apollo lunar lander, to name a few. His biggest set to date, which I think is the largest set that Lego has put out, is the Millennium Falcon. Now, that obviously is a splurge, but yeah, we won't be buying any sets like that anytime soon. That set lasted him for a long time. I think he worked on that slowly over an entire year. So, in a way, it was worth it, but it's still probably too much money, honestly. But just trying to be reasonable now. We got the Porg, which, even though 60, I think, is at least kind of reasonable for him comparatively. He's a lot more into it, and I'm just having fun, and I'll get a cheap set just to participate. In fact, the set I got here, this Toy Story set, was one of the junior set, which is probably why I finished so early. It was a 4+ set, but I wanted to get Toy Story because I know that's also something that my son would play with, and he's really into Toy Story. So I went ahead and got a Toy Story set so he could have it when I was done. Last time I got a Lego Movie 2 set, to give you an idea of what I've been doing. Because then, again, my son could have another set he could play with when I was done. Because I don't really need to keep sets, or, there's not really a lot of room for sets and just to sit and look pretty. My husband will take some of his sets to work and set them up there. And we have some of his larger sets down in the basement living area. But otherwise, mostly my son will play with the sets for a while, and then he will keep them in his little Lego storage area. Currently, I've been using a storage system from IKEA that just has these bins you can pull out, the colored bins from IKEA. Yeah, so it's a white cabinet that has orange drawers, and he can just pull them out, and yellow drawers. Yeah, he has yellow and orange bins, and he stores his Legos that way. Now, I suppose if we continue with this tradition, it might get to a point where we will eventually fill those up. Haven't reached that point yet, but when we get there, I'm sure we'll have to think of new storage systems or minimize some. But we're having fun, and he loves Legos right now, so it's been a nice activity for us to do as a family. If you are looking for Lego storage ideas, we have been liking that IKEA storage system. Some other ideas that I've learned about recently that I think could work really well would be the under the bed storage rolly cart system for under the bed that people store their clothes in, but you could put Legos in it and just have a flat bin with a lid that rolls underneath the bed full of Legos. And I think that way too it's shallow so you can find pieces better and not so deep. And it doesn't take up space. You can just put it underneath the kid's bed. I could see you using that maybe in the future. And I know that's what some people in his Lego club do. So that is one idea. What are some of your Lego storage ideas? Now, a family Lego day, I know what you're thinking. It can be a pricey family tradition, but it can also be done relatively reasonable. For example, both my set and my son's came in at around $19-20. My husband is usually the set splurger. This set of his this season came in at $60. But if you all got sets within a $10, $20 range, it could be done reasonably, depending on family size, and still be a lot of fun. This took us a full evening, and it was just good family fun time together. I got done pretty early in the process, but to still be with family, I got a book and came back to hang out while they worked. I thought it was cute when I was telling my son that I was wanting a Friends Lego set, the Central Perk Friends set that's out. When he was with me at the store and I said, "Oh, they don't have it right now," he's like, "Oh, look, here, Mom, they do have the Friends Legos. They're right here." And he, of course, points out the girly Legos, the Friends that are targeted towards girls. Those Lego sets, because the Friends Lego sets, and of course he has no real context of the TV show Friends, and I just thought that was cute. He thought I was looking for, one of the girl Friends Lego sets to do. But anyway, yeah, one day when those get stocked at our local Lego store, I will try to hunt that down and get one of those. They're surprisingly only $60, I had read. So for the price of that porg there, I could get the whole Central Perk set with all the characters from Friends. So that'll be fun one day. What are some fun family traditions you all are cultivating? Leave a comment below so we can all share some fun ideas. Just a few other little traditions that we've done would be having a once a week smoothie day. We, as a family, will all go get smoothies on Sundays. We have the tradition of going to You Pick Farms for berry fruit picking, usually at least 3 to 4 times a year. We've always had a good time doing that. A few times a month, we'll host a family movie or game night. And that's always enjoyable, and that's for extended family as well, comes over for that. And there's lots of little holiday traditions I'm sure I'll bring up in future videos. Since we're getting into the month of October, I will go ahead and share a Halloween family tradition that we've cultivated. I'm not huge on Halloween. My son knows this. My husband's not real big on it either, but we partake since we've had our son and, let him do the whole dressing up and trick-or-treating and everything. One thing we've incorporated, though, instead of having tons and tons of candy, one thing we do is when he's done trick-or-treating, we come home, we'll sort through the candy and let him pick out just a small amount, maybe a small cup full of candy that he'll get to keep. And we kind of space that out, over several days or months even. Just the small cup of candy. And then all the rest of the candy he has to turn in, and he ends up getting a gift the next day for the candy. Now, some of you probably heard of it called the Switch Witch And we use the Great Pumpkin because I love Peanuts and Charlie Brown stories. We incorporate those in lots of the holidays. But around every Halloween, we read The Great Pumpkin. And what he'll do is he'll leave his bag of candy overnight. And then the next day, the, Great Pumpkin brings a gift. So it's a chance to incorporate one other gift giving holiday. We just love to give him gifts, but we try to limit it as much as possible. 2 holidays or things like this, the Legos for the family Lego day, etc. But so he'll turn in the candy, and for turning in the candy, then he gets the Great Pumpkin gift the next day, just a wrapped gift instead of candy. And that's worked out great so far. And it's really nice to not have all that candy. And then usually my husband just takes it to work, or we pick out a few for ourselves, let's be honest, and then he takes the rest to work. But that is one tradition we've incorporated into the Halloween time. What are some of your holiday traditions around October? Does your family trick or treat? Do you have any special Halloween family traditions that you do? Tell me in the comments. So far, our son's only done costumes that are more like character costumes or innocent. We're just not really into like super scary or gory or any of that side of Halloween. And in fact, spoiler, this year he's going to be toothless from How to Train Your Dragon. So that'll be fun. And he loves How to Train Your Dragon. One question he's had, he wants to know why Lego doesn't make How to Train Your Dragon Legos. Good question. I don't know. But there aren't any. This is a dragon he's picked here, a different type of dragon from Minecraft. So he does really enjoy dragons right now. This Toy Story set comes with a little alien and a little Buzz Lightyear. And it's really cute. And the coaster, they can sit in the coaster, and the coaster works really well. We know nothing really about Minecraft yet. Like I said, he's just kind of learned it from friends. He's watched a friend play it like one time. But I guess this is the dragon at the end of the game or something. And this is one of the characters from Minecraft. We later discovered that he accidentally put the wings of the dragon on backwards, but we were able to fix that pretty simply. And he really enjoyed playing with the coaster. If you're wondering what I'm reading here, I'm just reading The First 4 Years. That's the last book in the Laura Ingalls series. I just love those books. I've read them a few times now, and I just recently finished reading all of them to my son except for this book, so I was kind of reading this one on my own. I can't remember fully how appropriate it would be for him. I had heard some friends say that maybe just leave that last book out for now while he's young. I think because of some of the hardships in the story. I'm not all the way through yet, so I'm just reading through for myself to finish the series again and just to gauge at what age I might read it to him. But he really enjoyed all the other books, and I, of course, love them. They're some of my favorite from my childhood. If you're looking for some good read-alouds for, this age group, my son is 6. But, in the 5, 6, 7 age range, we've read all the Little House books, and he really enjoyed them. We've also read all of the Chronicles of Narnia series out loud, and he really enjoyed that as well. And one thing we do when we're having read aloud time, and here's just an idea for anyone out there that can keep your kid occupied and focused during reading aloud, would be giving them a puzzle to do. My son will work on a puzzle while I read to him, Or I'll put out Play-Doh. He'll work with Play-Doh while I read, or kinetic sand, something to keep his hands busy, but is not a lot of focus and is not a lot of necessarily imaginative play where he'll be talking to himself, but just something to keep his hands busy and centered, and he can really focus in on the story and listen while doing that. I would even say here Legos could be another, centering activity just to keep your hands busy while you're listening to a story. So that too could work. But those are some ideas we've used for read aloud time together. Would be puzzles, Play-Doh, kinetic sand, and like I said, you could do Legos as well. All good activities to keep your child focused while reading. Now this roller coaster set that I'm putting together, we all were pretty impressed at how well this little coaster ride worked, actually. It makes my husband want a larger roller coaster set someday. And if you've made it this far, thank you. I am truly impressed. You are truly dedicated. I try to put out new videos every Monday. So I'm trying to keep to somewhat of a schedule that way. So be looking for another video next week. Thanks so much and have a great day.